Well, hi, I'm Sue Krautbauer, and I'm passionate about helping midlife, mid-career, 30 to 50 somethings build out a plan to achieve their personal, entrepreneurial, or professional goals. I'm a digital equity champion, a connector, an advisor, a midtrepreneur, and a midlife mentor. And this weekly vlog is intended to help you successfully navigate the challenges of life transition. If you were here last week, the question that we addressed is this. Are you strong enough at this moment to move towards success? Are you tough enough to succeed? I talked about how success is hard work and comes with a ton of discomfort because you have to get out of your comfort zone and learn to handle that feeling of uncomfortable. But the rewards of doing so can be exponential in both your business, career, or life if you just dig deep and learn to trust yourself. But, well, after you've been working for 20 years or more, it's natural to assume that you know how to manage your career, your business, or your life. However, a study by Harvard Business Review found that mid-career professionals need help if they want to avoid being undervalued, overworked, burnt out. The researchers found that professionals between the ages of 40 and 48 were the group most likely to make work or life decisions that led to, well, less than successful outcomes. This was partly due to the pressures of keeping up with daily demands and feeling stressed about making changes. Midlifers can often feel trapped between the need to innovate in their lives and the feeling of being penalized if they take risks that don't produce really quick gains. I mean, think about it. Everyone knows the story about a smart and talented person who's lost his or her passion for work, who no longer looks forward to going to the office and yet remains stuck without a visible pathway out. Most everyone also knows a story about a person who ditched a 20-year career to pursue something completely different. The high-powered executive who gave it all up to become a writer, or the CPA who quit her accounting firm to start her own Etsy store and is all the happier for it. Am I doing what's right for me, or should I change direction is one of the most common and anxiety-ridden questions in the midlifer's mind today. The numbers of people making major career changes, not to mention those that are just thinking about it, has risen significantly over the last decade and continues to grow, especially post-pandemic. Let's take a look at the trend we're now seeing called the Great Resignation. But the root cause or overriding difference between the person who yearns for change and yet stays put and the one who takes the leap of faith to find renewed fulfillment at a mid-career change is, well, not what you might expect. In my mentoring experience, midlife, professional, career, or life changes are most often prompted by a specific trigger, experience, or event that prompts deep reflection or soul searching and results in a tipping point that prompts the person to dig deeper and get uncomfortable, like we talked about last week, and then take some sort of action. This need for action, this drive, this impetus, no, that's the wrong word, this desire for action is what differentiates the entrepreneur, the bold career movers, from the people who would like to do something about their life or career. As we talked about last week, until you become uncomfortable inside your comfort zone, until things get bad enough, sticky enough, icky enough, until you reach that trigger point, until you see that perfect idea that excites you enough to make a move, to take action, you'll likely stay right where you are. In my experience and that of my clients, midlife triggers or tipping points that create the need for action are often one of the following. A big milestone birthday, either sliding into the birthday or a year or two afterwards. Personal illness, divorce, or other major changes at home, like kids going into high school or going off to the university. Caregiving for an elderly parent or the death of a parent. Unplanned exit from a long-term company or role, due to maybe layoff or right sizing. First ever lower than expected performance appraisal at your work. Or a really crappy bonus. Unrelenting work-related stress that's medically diagnosed as opposed to your own self-diagnosis. Being overlooked for promotion, or feeling the direct impact of unconscious bias around ageism. One or more of these triggers can kickstart a different thought process for you. If you've recognized one of these trigger points I mentioned, know that, the risk is high for a midlife or a mid-career crisis if action is not taken after you've reached that trigger point. Every week I talk to people who have invested so much in a company, a job, or a career that they believe they should just keep soldiering on, even though it no longer fits their work or their life goals. So, one of my clients said the other day, I wish I could have enough time and money to travel and enjoy the best in life without doing anything. Sounds great in theory, right? That, I gotta buy a lottery ticket in order to win, right? But is that really what you want? Doing nothing? Or changing just for change's sake? What my client, she did not consciously recognize is that her true desire is she wanted to do bigger things with her life. The state of midlife crisis, feeling stuck, burned out, lack of passion, happens when our heart and our mind shout out its need for self-realization, of purpose, a life of meaning and impact. When our basic needs of safety and love and esteem are met, we then yearn for something bigger, better, higher. It's a visceral need to match up our purpose and our passion with our life and our work. So, you might not know until now, but a midlife crisis is your inner self, your true self, wanting bigger things. But without a plan of action, you are in danger of staying exactly where you are. Possibly for a very long time and maybe even forever. So, yes, midlife career woes impact many of us. Burned out, bored out, feeling stuck. We are full of doubts and uncertainty about where to go and what to do next. But if action is taken and attached to a structured methodology for change, it can result in a clearer path forward. Struggling to figure out that roadmap, the blueprint, the steps you need to take? If you're looking for critical tools and practical strategies to help you construct a personal game plan for reinvigorating your life, then my Purpose to Impact, a self-guided online masterclass, just might be the thing for you. Feel free to check it out using the link in this post. But back to this week. I'm challenging you to get uncomfortable because I'll let you in on a secret. The magic happens outside your comfort zone. I'll see you next week. Cheers.